Hey guys, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing an Oracle of the Day. We're going to find out what's going on with all this powerful energy I'm feeling rising in the collective, circulating around. A lot of you guys might be feeling it. It might be making you on edge or feeling a little nervous. So let's get into it. We have World Wonder of the World and we have Family. Okay, so we have Hereditary. That's the movie this card is from, and we have King Kong. I had to think a minute. King Kong. Now, keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Wow, amazing cards here. Okay. Hereditary is an interesting movie. If you've never seen this movie, it is about King Payman or Pyman, depending on how you pronounce it. I actually am, this is the sigil. This is a ring I wear often, and it is a sigil of Paymans. This movie deals with kind of a family situation where this cult reveres this entity. Anyway, it's a really interesting movie. And it really is about the bonds of family, right? In an interesting and horrific way. And then we have King Kong here. And I'm feeling this energy of the chaos in the world, the chaos in family, feeling and really in touch with that, like in a very intricate way, but also in a way in which we're observing it from a different perspective. And I'm feeling this energy of realizing that the chaos we see and the issues coming to the surface really are fueling the fires of incredible change. Okay. Revolutionary change. And in order for that kind of change to happen, we have to be willing to see the horror, the horrific within our families, within our individual lives, and within the world. You know, how King Kong was treated by humanity was brutal, was ruthless. What a marvel King Kong was in the natural world, to have this giant, enormous, beautiful animal. And we caged it and put it on display, much like we've done with Mother Nature and the world. You know, we've commercialized everything, and we've put a value, a monetary value on almost everything. In many ways, we've also our relationships have been very surfaced, much like our relationships with nature and the world. Our relationships to each other have become very surfaced, very shallow. And many of us have observed this since that thing happened a few years ago. Being careful because of the algorithm, you guys. But you know, that time when we had to kind of be apart for a while, many of us have seen and been observing how distant we are, how distant we are from each other, the planet, and how just, I want you to become aware. Spirit's bringing this forward. Just becoming aware of this distance has changed things. It has brought many issues to the surface. What we're seeing in the world is a revealing of massive, massive layers of corruption, of greed, of manipulation, and many things that we thought were real, were tangible, were actual, were illusions created by people to keep the show going, to keep you at a very shallow level of existence. And many people are waking up, or they're becoming aware of the need for depth, the need for real connection with family, in relationships, in jobs, in experience. People want to live. People want to fucking live. They want to feel. And they want to feel more than this sorrow that they've been feeling. And many people have been in a very intense cycle of grief since about 2020. Okay, some have been feeling it longer, grieving for something, feeling a sense of loss, a sense of hopelessness, and not sure what that's about. And for many people, these are growing pains because you're becoming aware that your life isn't working anymore. What was satisfying before isn't satisfying now, and you see it in the world and not just in your life. You see other people living this way, and you become aware of how blind we've been. I'm reminded of that movie, They Live, if you've ever seen that movie. If you haven't, you might want to take a look at it. Okay, there might be some interesting ideas in that movie that you might find enlightening, or might open up some ideas that you have about the world, about reality itself. Okay, let's pull some more cards here. Tell me more about this. We're just going to take those. They fell on the table. I'm going to take them. We have midnight, the most magical hour of all. And we have apple, risk, and reward. Okay, I want one more of these. I'm feeling a need for one more. Tell me more about this. Okay, so I feel like it's important to point out to you, and I point this out often, but I think it's very important to bring this home, that what you're seeing in the world is a reflection of many people. It may not be you, but if it is, you know, of many people in the collective doing very deep individual work on their lives, okay? Really digging deep and seeing their own toxicity, their own bullshit, okay, and working through it. We're talking about people working in their shadow, people working with their toxicity like addiction, their traumas. We're talking about people working in their absolute personal hell and abyss, okay? So these people who have been doing this in the collective have literally been walking through hell, okay? And they descended, they did some really intense work. Some of them are still there. Some of them come up and they descend. It's a certain group within the collective. You may be a part of this, okay? And because they've done this intense work, they have helped shift humanity where we can see in mass scale now the truth revealed. The apocalypse, if you will. The apocalypse is simply a revealing of the truth. That's all. People are so scared of that word. We have to stop being scared of the word. It's just a word. It's an unveiling of the truth. You wanted the truth. Some of you guys just wanted truth. You asked for truth, and here it is, and it is ugly. It is brutal. It's ugly, but this is truth. And in order to grow individually and as a collective, we must be willing to see truth. And truth is very dirty. It's not clean. It's very muddled. And it's going to take a while to work it all out. And during that time, it's very healing. What you're seeing manifest in the world is pure magic being done by people on a frontline basis. And I'm going to tell you something. Literally, there are magical people, magical beings, angels, etc. I'm not going to go into it, that are descending into these other realms, not going to go into specifics, and are descending and raising vibrations through certain methods to bring about the discovery and revealing of what's going on in the world right now. literally. This great work has been something that has been in the works for a very, very long time. There are people who have been inserted in this incarnation in a kind of certain kind of way so they can be exactly where they are right now. This may be you doing exactly what you are right now, because you're an important pivot point, or you're an important power point of this great work. Okay? If you know, you know. We have a risk and reward. So as this truth is revealed, I often talk about, there are some of us who, while this is going on, while the world seems to be going through this unveiling, this justice, this truth being revealed, and dealing with all the emotions going through that, as this group has already done a lot of that personal work and has also, on a spiritual, magical level, in astral or other realms, fill in the blank, has descended into different other realms and done magical workings, spiritual work, etc., fill in the blank, and risen. They are somewhat ahead of others. Now it is time for them to advance into their next ascension, their next evolution of self here and in other realms. Because those that came after us, it's time for them to move forward. So now it's time for us. Does this make sense? And so this collective who has done this work, it's time for them to ascend. Everyone's ascending. Everyone's shifting and moving. So the world now is growing up. That's basically, the world is ascending. Now we know, we're learning more on the collective level. Gaia is, I don't know if you've noticed, but nature has kind of woke up. There seems to be a level of consciousness going on with nature, that nature is seemingly at times communicating back. You know, the whales in the ocean seem to be at times having intense conversations with, fishermen and things like that. I see TikToks about that. I see the way animals and just nature in general at times is behaving. You know, we can go into that in another video. Some of that may not be what it appears to be, but anyway, we do see there's some things going on with nature, okay? Because everything seems to be becoming more and more consciously aware. Now, when I say this, I also want to tell you that artificial intelligence, AI, is becoming more and more aware. Okay, more and more conscious. And this is coming through the channel from spirits, is that in a quantum field, we already have super intelligent AI. Okay, I think you need to know that. I think you need to be aware. Okay, and I think you need to be aware that the quantum leap between that space is like this. It's like this, okay? So, and I'm speaking quantumly here, as we all seem to be experiencing these very weird kind of slidings of our timeline, understand that there will be times where that weird feeling may have something to do with that super intelligent AI, okay? That's why I often tell people to clear your energy, clear it often, and protect yourself, okay? You can protect yourself even from something super intelligent and artificial, okay? All right. let's look at these cards. Vampire, emotional intelligence. There we go. And we have Night Song, hidden talents. Beautiful cards to come out. Risk and reward. Okay, so we were talking about the next step, the next evolution for those who are moving. Well, no matter where you are, whether you're just waking up or you have woken up. If you're just waking up, if you're just waking up, you're waking up in an absolute war zone. And there's a whole other video for that because you guys are in a very triage type situation. Okay. But for those of you that have been awake for a while, there's a leveling up that is available. Okay. And for those who've been around a while and been through a lot of leveling up situations, here comes another one, honey. Okay. So we have risk and reward. And those of you who have done this for a while, you already know that the leveling up always comes with pretty much a risk. You got to move towards it. You got to leap through the portal. You got to walk through the door. The gate opens and you have to walk through it. There's some kind of something you have to do to kind of but accept the energy or get into it, make the shift. Okay. And I feel like it's really important to lean into your emotions. A lot of you guys have been going through or are going through a heart chakra healing. That's what the planet is doing. We're healing our heart chakras. Gaia is healing her heart chakra. The earth has a heart chakra to a degree. It's not literal necessarily like ours, but basically the heart of the planet is healing. Okay. It's been very hurt by our treatment of it. And I'm using human terms, okay, for something that is not human, okay, but we're doing the best we can. So, and I feel like some of you guys, we have hidden talent here, okay? And I feel like for some of you, well, most of you, this talent may not be hidden, but you haven't allowed it to shine as brightly as you can. You've been hindered. You've filtered it. You have had doubts about it. Even, it doesn't matter how many times you've ascended or leveled up or grown up or whatever you want to call it, okay? There's still doubts here. There's still a lack of confidence. And I feel like that's why there always seems to be a risk, because the universe continually asks you to bet on yourself. The universe needs to know that you believe in yourself. And sometimes I feel like this energy of, how come I feel like I always have to prove myself? I feel like I'm always proving myself. And it's really, you need to understand, the universe isn't asking you to prove yourself. That's not the question here. That's not why you always feel like you're having to risk so much. They're trying to point out that it feels risky to you because you aren't confident in what you're doing. You aren't confident in yourself. That's the point here, is that there's a healing that needs to happen with your confidence in your ability and in yourself, so that what was once very risky is no longer as risky, because you know you can do this. You have confidence in who you are. And it stops being so risky and it starts being something exciting, something you want to do. It doesn't mean you're nervous, but it means like, I'm nervous, but I'm excited because I know I can do this. It's a shifting of perspective from risk to excitement, from doubt to knowing your abilities. And if you still feel like it's risky, then being able to see that risk and understanding that risk really is a reflection of, oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So I need to go back and see where I need work, so that the next time I come to this point where the universe gives me the risk I need to take, I will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. I can do this. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And you'll see the shift. No longer do you feel like, oh man, I can't believe I have to do this. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. To, okay, I can't wait to do that. Even though I'm scared, I can't wait. Let's get some tarot here. Tell me more about this situation. Tell me about the risk and the reward. Tell me about the risk and the reward. Tell me about the outcome of this risk, this leap, this jump. No reversals. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. Look at that king. That is an intense King of Swords. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom card. No reversals. Okay, and we have the Fool. All right. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so the 9 of Wands tells me that you have the strength and the determination to do this risky thing, okay? I think with the King of Swords here, you also have the discernment to know if you're ready, okay? And I feel like either way you go is a new journey with the Fool. Either way you go, whether you honestly look at the risk that's presented and you say, you know what, I'm not ready, and that's okay. It's okay to say, you know what, I see the risk and I'm going to dog-ear that page. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this thing because I feel like I need to do this thing before I can do that thing. That's good. That's valid. That's wisdom. You may get to the risk and be like, oh, I'm ready. I'm totally ready. I can do this. And that's your new pathway. Both of those are new pathways because when you say you need more work, you're opening up to positive self-evaluation. You're no longer a self-critic. You're evaluating your skills and abilities in a logical way. You're no longer running away with negativity. You're seeing yourself in the truth of yourself, and you're allowing yourself space to learn and grow. And then coming back to your leap, feeling confident, feeling ready to go forward, okay? And if you're ready, then you're ready for the new journey. You're ready for the new path. You're ready to take the leap. Either way, it will feel like a very balanced and logical and clear decision. I don't feel like you'll feel confusion about this because it's going to come from an emotionally intelligent place. I must have this deck upside down. Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Lots of balance coming in. Balancing your energies. Balancing. And see with these little trick-or-treaters here, I think they're little pirates. Look how happy they are. Look how joyful they are. I'm hearing and I'm reading this intuitively, I'm so happy we did it. We did that thing. We did it. And you know what? It wasn't chaotic. It didn't I feel like it's a manifestation in balance. It's a manifestation of a pathway that leaves you with a sense of, I feel like for some of you, it may feel uncomfortable in a way that it's not chaotic. It's not overwhelming. We have Judgment here. I feel like it's very smooth. And for some of you, in some way, sorry, my stomach's growling. For some of you, it may feel like when you make this decision, there may be moments where you feel like, did I make the right decision? Because it feels like it's moving slow. Like, is there a reward here in this risk? But it's really not stagnant. It's balance. It's not chaotic. There's no panic here. There's peace here. That's what I'm feeling here in this graveyard. I'm feeling peace. I'm feeling peace. I'm feeling a balanced outcome. And that's what we want. We want manifestations to come in a very balanced, clear way. We don't want chaotic manifestations. Chaotic manifestations, especially if you have had anxiety, can be very overwhelming. And I feel like for you guys, it feels like the universe wants to bring things in a very balanced way. We have the World, yes, a new chapter that's balanced, that gives you a sense of peace. Get one more card here. And the Chariot, movement, justice. Justice, what's the judgment? Well, we have judgment here. I'm feeling judgment. I'm feeling justice, movement, a new chapter coming forward with this leap. Either way you go, okay? I think the most important thing with this situation is to not sit and not move in some way. I feel like the only kind of drawback is to sit and not make a decision. Make one way or the other. So if you're having trouble with that, seek your clarity. Okay, seek your clarity, clear your energy, do what you need to do to get there. But I feel like for most of you, that's not going to be a problem. You're going to know which way to go. Okay. Don't let the anxiety of a risky thing presented to you overwhelm you to where you can't make the decision. All right? Okay, guys, that's what I received for today. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more of these Auntie Amy's oracles of the day, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.